welcome to the Tom River Show. It's 2022. Happy New Year, everybody. Back from my hiatus. Got my lukewarm coffee. Hope everybody had a good holiday and a good New Year's. And you're taking all the precautions you need to take because of the Omicron virus. Again, hope everybody has a healthy, happy New Year, a good 2022. Hopefully we get back on our feet. Good example of trying to get back on your feet. First off, before I go into it, don't forget everything on the bottom of the screen. You got the live stream, our base streaming network, YouTube, Facebook, love us, like us, all that sort of thing. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and blah, 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 blah. Keep following. At ShopRite on Fisher Boulevard. Now, the Shaker family took over from the Paul and Water family. I had issues. I had issues with everything. I just don't like the way the shopping carts are all over the place now. Before you used to have to put the quarter in there and everybody brought the shopping cart back and you got your quarter. Actually, I would make about 50, 60, 50 or 75 cents sometimes because people, they forgot to take their quarter. I'd be happy to take that quarter for you. At ShopRite on Fisher Boulevard, we got to get a few things. My wife and I run in there and there's like big empty voids on the shelves. This is during the can we got empty shelves. We couldn't get cat litter, the cat litter. I got a picture here of the meat department, the chicken, it's empty shelves. Yeah, they're talking about supply chain. First of all, we're not importing these chickens. They're here in the United States. They're not held up on a boat somewhere in a hole. There is some problems here. Supply chain, when we were in the throes of the COVID-19 where we had no vaccine and, people were dying at a pretty good clip, we can go to ShopRite. We can get food. Not the case now. So there is an absence of management somewhere along the line. I don't want to point to any figures at DC. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom River Show. I'll be right back.
Introducing the all-new Ford Maverick. A truck for people who do stuff. And people who make stuff. People like Gabrielle Union.
I make this look good, don't I?
Who haul whatever they want to wherever they want. Like wood to build things made of wood with. And friends to get weird with. It's for long trips that the standard hybrid engine with a targeted EPA estimated city fuel economy rating of 40 miles per gallon helps with. That an 8-inch touchscreen connects with. And any trip that this interior makes more comfortable. But we'll let Gabrielle tell you all about it.
Or I could just tell them it's a Ford truck that starts at less than $20,000 MSRP.
Yep, that works too. The all-new Ford Maverick, built to defy expectations.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. We're back on the River Show here, Pat O Melia there. Like I was saying, with the empty shelves, it's like I'm in a third world nation. It reminds me of the old footage you see from like Cuba or like there was a hurricane coming, everybody was hoarding. There's none of this going on, but you got empty shelves in ShopRite. I mean, lots of empty shelves. Like I said, I couldn't even get cat litter. Shelves were barren. You know what we're going to talk about today? Our topics is the Ocean County Commissioner reorganization meeting. That was fun. Mavis Tire on 280 Route 37. Stay away from that place. And immediate care on Route 37 West 1, Route 37 West. I got to experience Mavis Tire and immediate care at the same time. Immediate care was all right, before anybody starts wondering. Mavis, awful. Well, we'll get to that. First, Ocean County reorganization meeting. It was tip of my lukewarm, thick cold coffee. There's a new commissioner, Bobby Joe Sierra, and every year at the beginning of the year you do a reorganization. In Ocean County there's a rotating director. In Hudson County, we pretty much keep the same guy. As long as things are going smooth and getting done, no sense making a change there in Hudson County. Anthony Beneri was just sworn in, I think, for the 6th year in a row. But in Ocean County, they rotate it. And it is Commissioner Kelly's turn to be the director of the Commissioner Board. Unfortunately, Mr. Kelly had a death in the family, our condolences. He was not at the last meeting. Jenny Haynes was the acting director, and she was drunk with power. Obviously, there were some political deals made in the back room somewhere. And what they did, my opinion, this is a Frank Holman situation going on here, political. People who were perceived to be connected with George Gilmore got punished. I'd be careful about that. Joe Piccari, Commissioner Joe Piccari, former mayor of Toms River, former teacher, university graduate from St. Peter's University in Jersey City, a legend in Ocean County. He's been an Ocean County Commissioner for 40 years. There is no bigger flag waver and promoter of Ocean County than Joe Piccari. Joe Piccari, for years and years, was a liaison to the Votech College, Community College, and I think the Votech also. Very smart guy, well educated, knows Ocean County back and forth. He was totally disrespected by Jenny Haynes and Commissioner Quinn. Commissioner Quinn is an arrogant a-hole, just on how he treated Joe Piccari, a 40-year veteran of the Ocean County Commission. And like I said, there is nothing Joe Piccari hasn't done in Ocean County. And listen, I got issues with the Ocean County Commissioner Board. And Quinn is a pompous ass. You know, every time I've gone, he reminds me of, remember the Steinfeld, Castagna's boss, Kroger, that idiot? That's who Quinn, he looks and acts like that. You know, every time I'm at one of those commission meetings, I just shake my head over this clown. This guy completely disrespects Joe Piccari. Joe Piccari will be remembered in Ocean County for a long, long time. Quinn, not going to be remembered for a long, long time. He starts dismissive of him and disrespectful, talking about his many years of service to Ocean County. Oh, you're like me, you're a commissioner for all about 20 years, 30 years. You think these things are in perpetuity? No, he earned those things. And he's probably, my opinion, the most intelligent person on the committee. I don't know Bobby Joe Sierra, but Joe Piccari, pretty smart guy, like I said, university graduate here. Totally disrespected by political hacks. Now, under the leadership of Frank Holman here in Ocean County, there has been nothing good. Nothing good. You see what was once a respected, powerful organization, the Ocean County GOP, spiraling down into complete disarray. You know, under Holman's leadership, you know, you have a split Toms River Republican group. You have a split Toms River Council now of Republicans. They're all split. You obviously have a split Ocean County Commissioner Board, which always was in sync. Not anymore. You know, you look at Mo Hill. He's got a re-election coming up in a year under the guidance of Frank Holman. Well, I don't think that's going to work out too well for Mo Hill. You know, somewhere George Gilmore is laughing at what happened at that meeting. Because in politics, everything goes around, and it comes around. Usually the good guys don't get hurt, like Joe Piccari just did. But political hacks, they have zero respect for the accomplishments of many. George Gilmore's got to be laughing, but I guarantee he's taken notice of what has occurred, and he won't forget. There is Ocean County Commissioner's election this year. That should be interesting. All right, we're going to break for commercial. We're coming back with Mavis Tire. You're watching the Toms River Show? I'll be right back. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back, Tom Gruber Show. Just dawned on me. I was talking to some of the politicals, Ocean County politicals, Tom Gruber political. They named a new liaison to the community college. Somebody without a degree, never went to college. Yeah, let's get Joe Carey out of there. Mavis Tire, 280 Route 37 West in Tom River. I had the misfortune of going there. Now, I had been there once before. They mounted some tires on my Jeep. And they weren't organized, but they got the tires on. I had Amazon drop the tires and had them mounted. I didn't realize there was a Cooper dealer on that 37. I like Cooper tires. First off, with Mavis Tire on 280, on 280 Route 37 West, the Yelp rating is 2.5 stars. And that's being generous, because they are absolutely awful. I spent a Sunday morning there on December the 19th to get a slow leak taken care of in one of my tires. I could not find it, but I'm losing air, possibly out of the valve casing, whatever. It's not the tire, that I was sure. December the 19th on the morning, I got a 10 a.m. appointment. I show up there 15 minutes early. Guys tell me I don't have an appointment, so I made the appointment yesterday. So after some discussion and explaining that you got a customer standing in front of you that you're disrespecting here because you didn't bother even looking to see if an appointment, we determined that I had an appointment. Right off the bat, I knew there was going to be an issue here. Now the wait begins. I'm tweeting my entire stay at Mavis Tire because it's a circus here. And you just seen this all coming, just from the initial interactions with the customers. And not just me. Any poor person who walked through that door did not have a good experience. They should have a cover charge at Mavis Tire, because it is a circus of incompetence there. I mean, every person that was in that waiting room had a bad experience with Mavis Tire. No matter what they were there for. Was it a simple spare tire, my slow leak, auto repairs, complete circus. It was amazing. Well, like I said, it should have been a couple of trucks. Mechanics are fighting in the shop. You can't help but hear it. They're yelling, they're screaming, they're banging around. They're fighting out there over the incompetence of management, obviously. And they're being told to do things that they don't want to do. They have some moral compass, the mechanics, unlike the management there. Well, actually, I should say, unlike the management all the way up at Mavis Tire. For years I ran shops. Before I got into political media back in the 90s, I used to buy, sell, and repair tractor trailers. I ran shops for 25 years. I understand the mind of a mechanic. I understand what gets them upset. When you see a mechanic rolling his toolbox out, not a good sign. Mechanics are rolling their tool, they're quitting on the spot. Hoping somebody to repair. And again, I'm tweeting all this. And I'm talking to all the people in the waiting room and pointing out things, and we're joking around. It was like gallows humor, because the problem is, we're captive. They have our cars. We're there for my slow leak, or a lady was getting a spare tire, tune-ups, all sorts of the mechanical services that are being done. And and possibly none of them being done well. I don't want to knock the mechanics, but everybody in a managerial position in that place shouldn't be involved with management. They shouldn't be involved at all. They got to find another line of work. They shouldn't be in that line of work. Like I said, mechanics are rolling the toolboxes out. It was amazing. I was there for like 3 hours. And the television they had on, you didn't need the TV in there. This was a whole event going on. Every turn there was some other incredible thing that was going on. Who was fighting over prices? Who, like I said, there was not one person that day who was a happy customer at Mavis Tire, 280, Route 37, West. It is terrible. Avoid them at all costs. Do not bring your car. I don't care if you just needed air in your tire. Don't bring it there. Customer had to call the Toms River police. I'm not kidding you. This is actually happening. He had work done on his car. He pays for it, and there was a problem with the pricing. It wasn't what he was told. Oh, we got to put this part in, we got to get that part in, and this part in. And there were coil packs they put in. But guess what? They didn't put in the coil pack. Then they charged the guy. But we're going to break the commercial. I'll pick it up in the coil packs. You're watching the Tom River Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. Tom River Show. Remember everything on the bottom of the screen. Love us, like us, join us, follow us, whatever. Guy had work done on his truck. Pickup. Tune up his coil pack. So the guy pays the bill. He's out in the yard. Open the hood. Here's his coil pack. There's the same ones over there. Oh, yeah. So now he's fighting with these guys over what's being done. And he's saying, listen, show me an invoice, because they don't have any parts. Everything's run over from the local parts guys. Show me the invoice for the coils. There's no invoice for the coils. And they have an argument, and he goes like, I'm calling the cops. And he calls the cops. Cops are there. They're not going to take a report, but there's an incident report on it. For that matter, the guy actually reached out for me on Facebook. Now, he should be taken care of. For that matter, they should completely do whatever they charge them, credit. Because this guy had Mavis Tire right. They didn't do the work. The mechanic rolling out the toolbox actually insinuated that the work wasn't done. Grabbed out of one of the mechanics for husband, and he goes, it's not like this in the brick shop. The brick Mavis Tire. Here is the problem. Yeah, I can see the problem. I've never seen such a poorly run shop in my life. And again, I got like 25 years experience running shops. They eventually got my tire done, right? It's like 3 hours. And by this time, the manager and the personnel there know what I do. The Tom River Show and all. I'm holding court in this place. I'm tweeting this thing. So they fixed my tire. And now they're trying to get on my good size hair. They put new lugs on it and all that. And I thanked them, but I made sure I explained to them, you guys have issues here. You shouldn't have customers. Nobody had a good experience the time I was there. Like I said, calling the cops because you got scammed, not good. Now, I'd have to read the Facebook. I think they gave him a partial repayment. That guy should get all his money back. For that matter, I'm going to speak to Steve Scotero from Ocean County Division of Consumer Affairs. If you look at Mavis Tire on 280 Route 37 Joe, and you read the complaints, they all have a theme to it. They all have a theme to it. When I left, I get back to the house, my wife's feeling ill. We go to the immediate care on Route 37. Turns out my wife had the flu, I was on the back end of a flu. We were there for like 4 hours. Guess what happened when I get out to my car? My tire was like halfway down. Fortunately, there's an advanced auto part. I was able to get fix-a-flat, and I carry an air pump, so I was able to pump up my tire. This awful service at Mavis goes all the way up to the top. You call their customer service line about a complaint. Hopefully you're going to get some satisfaction. There is no satisfaction. They are as bad there as the personnel was at 280 Route 37 in Toms River. I spoke with customer service, young lady Dawn. Now she's just relaying the messages. Yeah, she's not part of this. I spoke to them on December the 23rd. The regional guy was supposed to get back to me. I think his name is Cody or something like that. Dan or Cody, whatever. I called him again on December the 28th. Oh, they're going to get back here, blah, 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 blah. I spoke to him again on January the 3rd, 2022. Nobody ever got back to me. I'm making no bones about that I'm going to do a segment piece on this, and I am going to constantly bring forward this information about Mavis until that guy who got scammed is taken care of. I'll take care of my tire. I ain't ever bringing my car back. I don't care if they told me I'll give you 4 new tires. But they're going to make good to that guy what happened to his car. And they're going to have to make changes there. Because there's a lot of Toms River people who go to that location who are getting hurt every time. Like I said, nobody was happy about anything the time I was there. Like I said, when the customers got to start calling the cops, there's a problem. That 2.5 stars on Yelp, that's probably being generous. And some of them, I believe, said they would give no stars if they could. Stay away from this location at all costs. This is awful. They are awful. From what I can tell right now, from that location, 280 Route 37, and the customer service at corporate, you know, fish rots from the head down, right? Maybe this is how they do things. They're going to scam and rob and cheat and lie. Maybe that's the business plan for Mavis Tire. Stay away from them. They are, at best, incompetent. They could possibly be corrupt. What happened with that guy and the coil packs and the work he had on his car, that was no friggin' accident. That was corrupt. That was scam. Stay away. Don't go near that place. There are other tires. Go to Firestone, go to Cooper, whoever. Avoid them. Every Toms River show, I'm going to do something on Mavis Tire until that guy who got scammed is happy. And I am going to keep bringing the heat on Mavis Tire. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River show. I'll be right back.
Ford made their first all-electric SUV a Mustang. Rapid acceleration, reactive handling, 300-mile range. You control how it feels and how it sounds. It knows you. It dials into your preferred settings. It has an array of driver assist technology. Cameras and sensors enhance your awareness and provide you with additional control. But it's more than cutting-edge technology. It's the spirit of it. It's a Mustang.
We're back, Toms River show. My very cool Corvette. Like I said, Happy New Year to everybody. So after the traumatic experience at Mavis Tire, I didn't go to urgent care because of my experience at Mavis Tire. I was not feeling well. I had a cough. I was sneezing. The only thing I didn't have was the temperature. And John's, working this show, and I'm coming in. I'm pretty sick. And John's like, stay away from me. But I knew I didn't have COVID. I'm taking my temperature all the time. So after the horrible experience at Mavis Tire at 280 Route 37, I get back to the house. My wife's saying, I'm feeling pretty sick. And I realize I'm responsible. Let's go to the urgent care. to go to the urgent care at the Modell's strip mall there. Modell's is gone. It's a fitness center there, but there's a Wingstop coming also to that location. It may even be open by now. We go in there. Well, let me take it for that. We go to the door, and there's a whole line of people there. There's about 4 or 5 couples there trying to get seen. You don't know what these people have. They gotta have COVID. You know what the hell. But again, I'm a talk guy, so I talk to everybody. So I'm talking to them, and they have the various colds and ankle problems. Somebody broke a foot, but you could very well have COVID. They won't let you in. Yesterday, it was freaking cold that day. December the 19th. Look it up. It was cold. We're waiting outside, but I got a picture. I realized, let me get a picture of this. You see like a picture of like 3 or 4 people standing outside. They're not letting you in. So you're waiting outside for like an hour before they let you in to do the paperwork, fill out all your insurance stuff. They have a waiting room, by the way, which is a picture of the waiting room. I shot through the glass. But they don't want to let you in because they're worried about COVID. And the woman tells me there were 60 COVID cases yesterday. Now, I tell you, there's 60 COVID cases at that immediate care. Murphy should be there because that's a hot spot. So you get in there and you fill out the paperwork and then they throw you out again. Say, get out of here, sit in your car. And I mean, we sat in the Jeep for 3 hours at least. Like I said, enough time for my tire to go halfway down, but I didn't notice that until we were coming out from finally being seen. Like I said, we're in the parking lot, and a lot of us are in the parking lot. You don't even realize how many people in the parking lot until you start seeing these couples going back. You don't even know what happened to these people. You see them online when you first got there. You have a text, they'll see you now, you go in there. Everything was great once you got into the examination room. The physicians were fantastic. They were concerned. Again, they did the test. I didn't even know there was a flu test. They did a flu test. Wife's got the flu. I'm I think they said it was pink. So I'm on the back end of the flu. But they were worried about me possibly getting pneumonia because my chest was still congested. So they gave me steroids, which were absolutely great. Because I got bad knees, both of them need to be replaced. I tell you, a couple of days taking those steroids, and freaking knees felt pretty good. I'm trying to get me some steroids. I want steroids. Like I said, everything was fine once you got in the exam room. They did x-rays and all that stuff. Having people waiting outside in the cold when they might have COVID or whatever freaking problem they have ain't good medicine. Simple as that. Like I said, there is a waiting room there. You're a professional. Put on the mask, do the shield, whatever you got to do. You don't have people wait outside. The other thing is, you don't have people waiting in their cars in the cold. Because guess what? We're going to stop. One of the things I asked, by the way, I said, can we go, back to the kid's house? And you send a text. Well, I wouldn't do that. Something could happen, and you'll miss your turn. Which, since we're, since we waited like over 3 hours, that's a concern, I suppose. And like I said, everything was fine once I got examined and we got out and I gave the prescriptions. Unfortunately, by the time we got out, CVS pharmacy had closed. It was a Sunday. They closed at 5. Immediate care, good place. They just got to change how they handle patients. Mavis Tire, awful. Joe Ficari, totally disrespected. I'm Pat O Melia. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.